Hello, so in this video we are going to have a look at how to monitor the state of a child process that we have invoked through a fork system call. So there are various states of the process while it is running, like we have the exit status of the child process when it exit normally, or it has been signaled by any signal number or on the Linux process. So or it can be stopped by the stop signal, or it's been resumed from its stop state. So we'll see how to get all these state. So let's start. So here I have created one function of creating the child process. So we are using the fork system call, and we are checking the return value for this child process. If it is 0, then it is printing the PID and it goes to the sleep. So we can input the sleep from the parameters above, and when it exit, it will show the child process exit PID, right? So in order to monitor this process, so we can have a call for this child process to create the child process. Then the next, we want to have the wait PID. So we are using wait PID here to monitor the state of the process or the change of the process state. So the first parameter I'll taking -1. In order you have any type of process we have to monitor. It's not a particular process. So if we want that a particular process we should monitor, then we have to give the PID here in place of -1. Then we have to get the status of the process. So we have to define one integer value here. So let's initialize it at 0 first. So the third parameter I will be taking is WNO hang. So now what about this total wait PID? So it will actually wait for every child process of this parent process. Okay, so every child process will be monitored. So if there is a change of state in any of the child process that is being created from this parent process, will be monitored, and it should be on a non-blocking fashion. Like it will just check the state of that process at that particular time, and then it will return. So it's a non-blocking call, right? So let's check the return value. So I'm taking a variable w and checking the return value for this wait PID. So if the value is greater than 0, then we can say there is some activity in some of the child process that is been monitored by this wait PID. So what are the different states we have to monitor? So first we need to monitor the exit states. So if the child process is exited normally, then we have to capture that. So there is one macro that we need to check. So that is WIF exited, right? So we need to give the status integer here. So if it comes true, then we can say the child process has been exited normally. So we are also printing the status value for this child process. So we need to have exited, then status is %d, then next line. And there is one more macro that will be used to get the status, the exit status of the child process. So that is WIF exited. Okay, sorry, it's W exited status. So in here also we need to get the status. Then there are a few more state of the process to check. So let's check that state also. So we have Wi-Fi signaled, right? So this macro will check the child process whether it is been signaled. So if we want the signal number by which this child process encounters, so we need to printf here also, and the process get the signal and the signal number here. So there is one macro w signal, sorry, the glue signal, and we'll get the status here also. So it will give us the signal number by which this child process encounter, and then the next state we can check is the WIF stop state. So if this child process is being signaled with a stop signal, so we need to monitor that also. And while we are using that, so we need to print the status for that stop signal, and then we have the process is stopped by the status. So the macro is w stopped sig, and then we are giving the status here also. So the next state we want to check is the resume state. So if the process is been resumed from its stop state, then we have to use continued, then we have to give the status here also, and just printf the process is resumed, right? So these are the few states of a child process we are going to monitor. So here we need to have the while loop also, because we want to monitor our child process at regular interval, and that's why I am using the while loop here. So when this while loop exited, so if w is equal to -1, it means there is no process to be monitored by this wait PID. So we just return, or we can have a break here, right? And we can print here no process, no child process, exit parent, right? So if there is no wait process to monitor, then it will exit with this value, and if it is greater than 0, then it will monitor all the states of this process while w is greater than 0, right? So till now we have created the process, we have created the wait PID, we are continuously monitor this fork child process, and we are checking the state of this process also. So let's compile it first. So gcc -o, then we have wait, then we have wait .c. Oh, so there is some problem in our code. So what's the problem? So we have not given the sleep, so let's give 10-second sleep. So let's save it again, and then again compile. Now it get compiled. Okay, so let's now our child process PID is 12832. So let's check for the exit state first, right? So after the 10 seconds, it will exited, so it will give the exit status because none of the PID is there to monitor because it's been exited from here. So here we are getting the exit status as 0, so no child process, exit parent. So this way we can have the exit status of the child process to monitor. And then so next we want to see how to monitor the process when it is in signal. Okay, so let's compile again and just run it, and then I just put kill -9 to 15500. then you see you will get the signal, and the signal number is 9, right? And you are exiting from your parent, and then just run again. And now I need to give the stop signal to, as we have run this executable again, so the fork create a new process and just give the stop signal, and nothing happens here because we have not tell wait to check for the stop or the resume process. So we need to give information, just close it, and then just add one traced. This flag will tell wait PID to check for the stop signal also for the child process. So let's save it and then again compile and run it, and this time if you see you will get the stop signal, that is 19. Okay, so if we want to again -9, this also been checked and you get this thing. So let's run again, and now we can check for the resume also. So in order to check the resume status of a process, we need to add one more flag here for wait PID, that is W continued. Okay, so this flag actually helps in getting the status, resume status of the child process, and this will be printed. So let's compile it, and then we need to spawn it also. Let's have kill. First we need to stop, right? So 16006 will get the stop status. Then we need to continue, so we just have to give the continue signal also. So you see here the process is being resumed now, and now after 20 seconds your process get exited, and this way we can get the status of the child process through this macros. So these macros are very important, and yes, see you next time. Okay, meet you in the next video. Bye.